343 has dropped a mountain ton of story details on Halo Infinite. We're talking new images, news about the next-gen console platforms, release date, and much more, as well as, of course, the brand new E3 2019 trailer. So before we get started, give this video a like as it helps my content a lot, and also subscribe to stay tuned on all things Halo here on HaloFollower. Halo was the last to showcase at E3 2019 at the Xbox media briefing, and Halo MCC was announced to be in open beta whenever the games are released on the Xbox Game Pass. Halo Waypoint, after the trailer debuted, dropped a hefty chunk of details about Infinite, so let's go ahead and dig into that now. So in the Waypoint post, we see this brand new image that obviously wasn't in the trailer, but it further teases about what Master Chief is doing on this ring, and it looks like the ring itself is actually departing from itself, something like what we've seen in Halo Wars 2, but as we see in the official E3 trailer, Master Chief awakes and he seems to not really be aware of what happened, so something probably went terribly wrong. But anyways, this just looks really terrifying but really exciting as well. We also now have a confirmation that this UNSC pilot will be a character, a main character in this story. However, this is mostly Master Chief's story, so don't get confused. This is all about Master Chief and will focus mostly on him. And this story will begin in the middle of a war, most likely the created war, as Halo Infinite will be starting off in a new direction for the Halo universe, however honoring the old one, so picking up after Halo 5, probably going to somehow resolve the created war and introducing a new conflict. I would say likely the Flood, but they go on to say that Halo Infinite will also drop along on PC, and Project Scarlett, which is Xbox 2, essentially next-gen Xbox, which is to be said about 4 times more powerful, and in some aspects 40 times more powerful than the Xbox One, and tap into also the Xbox One. So jumping into the post, there's just a lot to get into, so I'm going to read it straight up from the post. So they say, E3 is an exciting time for the entire video game industry, but for our team at 343 Industries, it also marks a new beginning. Last year, we unveiled a first look at Halo Infinite and a glimpse of our new Slipspace Engine, built from the ground up to power the future of our game. This year, our story-driven teaser created with that same engine unveils the beginning of the narrative marking the next chapter in Master Chief's story. And at E3, we're also pleased to announce that Halo Infinite will debut on holiday 2020 on Xbox One, PC, and our next generations of consoles, Project Scarlett. So there's a direct confirmation from 343 themselves. It is releasing on Xbox One. They go on to say, I want to take a moment here to go deeper into the art, science, and story of the in-game scene we've named Discover Hope. These elements are not only deeply rooted in the Halo franchise, but illustrate the passion of the entire team to create something more ambitious than anything we've done previously. We don't want to simply build a sequel. We want to build on the story and invention that has gone before and take the gameplay and narrative in bold new directions while honoring the legacy that fans have fallen in love with for almost 20 years. So with that immense responsibility in mind, we are building what we internally refer to as a spiritual reboot, a game with a vision set firmly in the future, but a foundation rooted deeply in the things our team and our fans have fallen in love with: the scope, the scale, the heroism, and the moments of spectacle and wonder that brought players together on couches at basement LAN parties, on Xbox Live, and esports arenas for years. The stories of shared adventure and individual discovery that made the first Halo game such a defining moment for millions of gamers and helped chart the course for countless FPS games ever since. We want to recapture that sense of awe and delighted surprise, and the right way to do that is to lean into the things that are already magical and build outward from them. And they're not just saying this. This trailer really represents a lot of things that they said so far in this post, building from something that's already magical, the Halo rings, and then playing with that instead of starting over and going somewhere else and trying to make something else magical. So certainly the spectacle of seeing this ring destroyed is something so familiar, but it's also really exciting, and that's the feeling I got. And also seeing Chief once again lost, set adrift in space, and to be rescued by someone in a way, or rather just to be found, is just such a cool feeling, because I already empathize with this pilot. And so it feels like me, the player, watching this cinematic scene is, it's almost like playing through this character and seeing the chief and coming into him. So it really is an interesting, humbling feeling, a really interesting play on dynamics here, I think. They talk more about visual approach in this trailer, and we have a couple new images, of course. Halo has always been a graphically exciting universe to explore, they say, from the epic sci-fi setting, unforgettable alien threats, and the iconic hero in the Master Chief. There are so many amazing things to discover. You can see glimpses from the video how the team has continued to embrace the art direction we touched on last year, envisioned by our art director Nicholas Sparth Bouvier. The new design for the Master Chief is by far the highest fidelity we have ever created to leverage the power of the next generation platforms, but with a design that is Master Chief to the core and takes inspiration from the past with color and texture and detail unavailable to us till now. This same attention to our design for the Chief is true of everything in Halo Infinite. You can see examples of the interior to our UNSC Pelican, the design of our pilot, and even details down to the UNSC logo on his flight suit. Halo Infinite is intended to embrace all that our fans have grown in love with the franchise, while evolving it to something even more visually stunning for players. And we talk about the music, so we do have some potentially disappointing news here. I don't know, I mean, it depends on you. Honestly, I love Marty O'Donnell, but he is actually not doing the soundtrack here from what it looks like. So they talk about music here. Let's read what they say. Music is critical to every Halo experience. It has been from the beginning and in Halo Infinite, and we're taking that tradition very seriously. They say, I am excited to introduce our new music supervisor, Joe Yarger, who led the creation of music for major franchises like God of War, Uncharted, and countless other blockbuster video games. Our audio director, Satoru Toyama, has challenged Joel to find accomplished music composers that can stay true to the musical traditions of Halo, originally created by the maestros Marty O'Donnell and Mike Salvatore. Harness its inherent power and build on those foundations with new creativity and emotional depth. Given the enormity of the score's importance and scope, we wanted to hire a team with a specific working sensibility and skill set. More importantly, a team of talented composers of original music that could work seamlessly with existing melodies and themes to blend the classic and the new, music that will sometimes map to familiar characters and ideas, but also introduce brand new threats, wonders, and discoveries in dramatic and immersive ways. We are excited to introduce Curtis Schweitzer, who composed all the music in Discover Hope and music for Halo Infinite. We have been inspired and impressed by the emotional depth and creativity Curtis has delivered so far. There have been some tear-inducing, hair-raising, and spine-tingling moments each time we have listened to his inspired compositions. Joel and Curtis are hard at work on Halo Infinite to bring rich emotion to our experiences, to punctuate the thrilling moments of combat, and to connect players to our universe more deeply than ever before. We look forward to sharing more of this new vision for our music in the future. The music is easily one of the biggest things for Halo to me as a big Halo fan, and I think many Halo fans could agree with me there that music is just such an unforgettable part of the Halo experience and campaign gameplay and cinematics, and to see that they have such a talented person that made that music that we saw in the trailer working on the entire score for the game is just thrilling because it sounds familiar, but it's newish. Whereas Halo 4 and 5 just kind of threw all of Marty's works to the side and tried to create a new theme, and it didn't work, and it didn't sound like Halo. Not saying it was bad music, but it just wasn't really the thing that we remembered and loved and felt nostalgic for, so it's nice to see that's all returning. They now talk more about their engine, which, if you don't know, they spent a lot of time working on during this 5-year development period that it'll eventually become, because Halo Infinite is releasing holiday 2020, most likely somewhere in November or October. But anyway, they are working on this engine. They're putting a lot of effort into it, and this engine, which was basically the Blam engine before that Bungie built up, was was a modified version of it that was running on Halo 4 and 5, and it just wasn't that great, and 343 told their employees that they would spend time upgrading it, but they never got around to doing it until now. So they talk more about the Slipspace Engine, which is essentially going to make things a lot easier for the team to develop this game, and has so far, apparently. They say, beneath the hood of every important game rumbles an equally important engine. A game engine can define how a game looks and performs, and that's incredibly important, but it's more than a method of putting pixels on a screen and making them dance, and it's also key to a game's soul. There are millions of lines of code that can be read and understood, but when it's all running smoothly, these bits create far more than the sum of their parts. They create the soul of a game, and the hard-to-describe feeling of a holistic fun. The original Halo engine was extremely powerful and for its time innovative. It let console players for the first time explore worlds at a scale of interaction and visual spectacle that was industry-leading in 2001, and elements of that still hold true today. But as we move forward to Project Scarlett and PC gaming platforms, we have an amazing opportunity to create a powerful new engine to take advantage of new hardware and architecture and take better advantage of the still not fully tapped power of the Xbox One. They continue to say there are some inward-facing reasons to do this now. We want better, more flexible tools so that our artists and engineers have more agility and are taking advantage of the more powerful in performance to iterate on our experiences, to push things further and higher and faster than we have been able to do in the past. We want to give our creative teams faster workflows and better control over the creations and concepts that are vital to the player experience. They continue, Slipspace not only empowers our creative teams to reach detail and performance no Halo has been delivered, but also provides technology and tools from cameras to facial capture that will let us tell intimate stories like the moments you witness in Discover Hope trailer, and the ability to iterate and update those experiences to complement gameplay. By harnessing the power of our new Slipspace engine and combining it with the power and promise of Project Scarlett, the Xbox 2, we plan to build the Halo game we've always dreamed of and share it with even more players, competitors, adventurers, and creators than ever before. Now 343 goes on to talk more about the narrative and characters and the idea of what they're gonna do with the direction of the story. Although no firm plot details, some very interesting stuff is said. So reading, the Master Chief is our hero, and Halo Infinite will continue his decades-long saga. While we plan to introduce important new characters, like the resilient pilot you've already met in the video, this story is the Master Chief's. The universe will continue the continuity of Halo 5, and in that sense contain the adventures that led up to this moment. But in the pursuit of our spiritual reboot and the launch of the new console, we also want to make sure that this is a perfect starting point for new players too. This story will mark the beginning of a new chapter and challenge for the Chief, but it will also respect and continue threads that led to up to this point. So if you never played a Halo game before, this would be a great place to jump into the story. You're arriving in the middle of a universe at war, with a sense of history underlying your entry into the world, but it will also feel fresh, full of potential, and new adventure. We will weave in context and guideposts to help understand your place in the new universe. But if you're invested in Halo all these years, you'll immediately feel at home, and some of our story moments will spark a different resonance for your investment. They go on to say, to tell great stories, you need great storytellers and great storytelling capabilities. Paul Crocker, our Associative Creative Director, and Dan Schosch, Narrative Experience Director, have done an amazing job weaving story and technology together for Halo Infinite, and the Discover Hope trailer video is just a glimpse of that. Although the content here is ultimately a real part of the game we're building, the team balanced polishing this moment with the rigor and effort of our mainline game production schedule. This was a labor of love for more folks than we can name, who worked long days to get it right from a place of pure passion. It will change and evolve as the process continues, but simply getting it into a state of readiness and polish separately from the main production pipeline is a Herculean effort, and we're extremely grateful to them. Our new focus on art art direction that both advances Halo's scale and fidelity while also looking to its history for inspiration and aesthetics is amplified and augmented by the Slipspace Engine, the Xbox ecosystem, the potential of the PC platform, and the incredible opportunities afforded to us by Project Scarlett, which, by the way, is the Xbox too. It's also helping our effort to lean into the core storytelling principles that made Halo so engaging for fans. Discover Hope is the new first glimpse into the story that sets stage for the beginning of Halo Infinite, leaving you with a sense of mystery, curiosity, and wonder for us to unravel together in the coming months. So right there we get a lot of information, but they left the best for the last in my opinion, which is more news is coming this summer, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. But wait, there's more to get into. And they leave at the end of the post saying, until next time, bringing a game to life is incredibly challenging, and moments like this, sharing our vision means so much to us. I know that many of you will want to see and know more about Halo Infinite, and I am excited to share more of our experience with you in the future. As I said last year, we'd love to hear what you think and are still intending to do a early flighting program that will give you a way to play the game and provide feedback that will directly impact decisions we make for launch and into the future. We aren't ready to kick this off yet, but you will certainly hear about it when we're ready to welcome you into the program. As for what's next, E3 2020 will be a big moment for Halo Infinite. Until we reach that destination in 2020, we'll continue to embrace the mystery and wonder of Halo and the endless opportunity and potential of this engine, this hardware, and most of all, this team. By Chris Lee. So this is extremely big for Halo Infinite. They already confirmed that Halo Infinite will be at E3 2020. I mean, that's obvious, but it's nice to have a solid confirmation by 343. And also, they still intend to do the beta, which, by the way, if they have any schedule similar to Halo 5, we're probably only 6 or 7 months away from actually getting our hands on Halo Infinite multiplayer, which is just freaking nuts, right? Halo 5's beta came out about a year before the game dropped, so we can probably expect that to happen again, like really late this year or early next year. Like this video up if you ended up learning something new. It really does help out my content, and of course subscribe. Stick along with this journey with me because I'm going to be covering Halo Infinite all the way up to release and after, as I've done for the past 8 years plus now. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next time. Oh boy, this is a new era, right, for Halo. This is awesome. Alright, later.